What is going on today, everybody? We're back in the fish room, and on today's video, we are doing a DIY build for you guys. A DIY filter build made out of a 5-gallon bucket, baby. Now, you know those pond filters that everybody runs that cost like $150, like this one and or this one? That's $150, man. And if you ain't got that dough to spend, why spend it? What are you doing when we can show you how to make one with a 5-gallon bucket? So, all you're gonna need is a 1/2-inch bulkhead, 2 of them, and then a PVC inlet. So what it's gonna look like, we're gonna mimic the same one that's $150. We're gonna put a hole here, and we're gonna put a hole here. The top one's gonna be the inlet, the bottom one's gonna be the outlet. All you're gonna need is a nice lid. You could buy one of those lids, like 5-gallon bucket lid attachments that you put on the top of the 5-gallon bucket and it actually screws on. And that'll give you a much tighter, more secure seal at the top of the 5-gallon bucket. But we don't have that, so we're just gonna run a normal lid with a gasket on it and just see what happens. So yeah, today's video, DIY pond filter. Let's get right into it. All right, so obviously, first things first, you're gonna need a 5-gallon bucket with a lid that's got a gasket on it, because there's gonna be some pressure on this 5-gallon bucket, and you're gonna want a gasket or else water's gonna spew out the top. That thing stinks. Oh God, what was on that? But yeah, so pretty simple on to how to make one of these. We're gonna We're gonna drill a 1-inch hole, kind of probably 3/4 of the way up. And then we're gonna drill a hole about 2 to 3 inches from the bottom. Yes, this bucket's dirty, it's been outside, and I figured might as well have a use for it. So yeah, what we're gonna do, let's drill some holes. Like I said, drill it right in the side. That's one. One more to go. And they don't have to line up perfect, but get them as perfect as you can, really. All right, now that you got 2 holes here, your bulkheads are then gonna go in those holes. Gasket, this is what we're looking like. This is just a PVC little nipple I put in there. I could pull that off and put an actual PVC line on there. But yeah, 2 gaskets and a nut. This is a quick DIY, anybody can do this. Absolutely nothing to it. It's gonna sit right there. Make sure your outside's clean enough. Make sure your hole is nice and clean. Put that guy in there on the inside. Gasket on the inside as well. Kind of show you what it looks like there. Gasket on the inside, and then our nut will go right on in there. Tighten this puppy down so we got a nice watertight seal. Could get a wrench, but not necessary. Nice and tight. Same thing with the next one. These piranhas are just staring at me. Same thing. All right, like I said, where your water's gonna come in, so where you would hook your pump up to, gonna come in here, flow down here, and out here. Technically, you could hook up your own UV sterilizer as well. Like, you can buy that separately. You don't have to, like the pond filter that you can buy on Amazon right there. That has a UV sterilizer on that. On this side, I can go get my UV sterilizer and stick it on the back of here and do the same thing. Same thing, way cheaper. And we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna run a standard filter, no UV. All right, inlet, pump's gonna come in, water's going to come in, outlet, water's gonna come out. So, now how you layer this is, you're gonna want your biological media at the bottom. So your ceramic media, your media balls, your lava rock, whatever you're gonna use for biological media, that's gonna be down at the bottom. And then, about this middle section here, you're gonna run your filter floss. You're gonna run your finer sponge. You're gonna run your, that finer sponge or filter floss down here in the middle. On the top, right where the water's coming in, you're gonna want your coarse sponge. That's gonna catch like the coarse, your Rotala mat. You're gonna want to catch like the coarser stuff before it gets down to the fine stuff. So yeah, let's go grab some of our biological media that I have laying around. I do have a full box of brand new stuff that's for the saltwater tank, but we got plenty of extra. Let's go get some. Now, if you guys ever want ceramic media, I will put the link on my Amazon down in the description below of these ceramic media bars. This is like 20 some pounds, and look at these, man. So that's what they are, okay? Look at this. A boatload of this ceramic media. Look at that. Those are huge. Link down in the description. That's insane. That's the first time I opened that bad boy. But hey, back to the build. Our ceramic bars that I just showed you guys are going in. Now I'm just kind of layering them the best I can. I'll kind of show you once I got them in there. So this is what the first layer looks like. Nice little layer on the bottom. We'll actually do 2 layers. All right, now that we have our double layer, we have our filter floss pad that we got from Hikari. We have a whole bunch of different pads that we can use. So, you could cut it to shape. I'm not even gonna, because it fits perfect. So we're just gonna slap this bad boy right on here. It's gonna look a little something like that. Nice little mat. And then, our sponge filter. It's gonna fall down in there a little something like that. So now we have 3 layers of filtration. Kind of. So we have biological at the bottom, fine in the middle, and coarse at the top. Not a whole lot else you could really add. I mean, you could add like more like thicker filter, like filtration, but I don't really have any more of the coarse sponge filter, which is perfectly a-okay. So yeah, this is a done deal filter. Let's try it out. Just kidding. Last step, lid. Ooh, 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 ooh. And just like that, you got yourself a DIY pond filter. Let's go see what we can do with it. All right, we're on the garage side. This is for demonstration purposes only. This is not how this is going to be set up, I promise. But for demonstrations only, because we don't have another pump, so we're going to use the smaller pump that I got and just hope it works to show you guys how it's going to work. So yeah, let me get it plugged in, and I'll show you it working. All right, like I said, for demonstration purposes only, that's our pump that we got just like strongly mashed up in there. It's gonna run up to there, through there, and come out here. Let's go ahead and plug her in. She's plugged in. Make sure our pump's still in there. Yep. And just like that. Filtration. Like that's some strong filtration there. That's a lot of flow there. And it's perfect. Just coming right in through here, coming out right here. Now that's what I call a success, baby. DIY pond filter in what it take us like 10-15 minutes to make that? Easy peasy. So yeah, that's how you make yourself a DIY pond filter that looks a little bit something like that. So yeah, if you got a DIY pond and you need a better filter and you don't want to buy a $150 filter, what do we got? 20 bucks over there, a 5-gallon bucket, 2 bulkheads, some PVC pipe, and a pump. What are you looking at? Well, just the filter. Don't even talk about the pump. Just that thing, just the filter is 150 bucks. So bulkhead, filter media, 2 bulkheads, filter media. What are we talking here? And drill a hole. All you need, you just use a utility knife and just trace it out, cut it out, good to go. So yeah, you could go from a $150 filter and make it yourself for like 20 bucks. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video or if you learned anything, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And hey, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.